Hello everybody, this is Aaron Holloway with another highlights video. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year and Happy Holidays. Whatever you celebrate, now is a happy time of the year. Even though it's the end of 2020, I think we can all celebrate that at least. Well, I'm coming to you today with another highlights video, this time for the Deralict series, book 1 and 2 by Dean Henegar. This is a dungeon core novel that is a hard military science fiction mixed with dungeon core mechanics and LitRPG progression. So it's a really unique take on like all of those genres. So I have 5 major highlights. The first is the main character. The main character is not dumb. He considers all of the possibilities before he acts when he has time to actually consider them. And he's also a scrappy fighter. So mixing those two things together make for a very unique and interesting MC, or main character, and honestly one that we all kind of root for as we're going through this. My second major highlight is the dungeon core mechanics themselves. Without giving any major spoilers, as the mechanics of how dungeons actually work is part of the plot, I'll say they are innovative and believable. At first I was a little taken aback because it's like, okay, this is supposed to be dungeon core mechanics set in our world in the future. You know, I was really taken aback. I was very confused as to how this was supposed to work. But over the course of the first book and a little bit into the second too, we get an understanding of what everything means, that it's actually, that we get really interesting explanations for the quantifications of things. And it just becomes, over the course of the book, it becomes very believable, put it that way. My third highlight is the world building. What the different races are like, their societies, and the fact that none of them are fully good or fully evil are a big thing for me. Again, Dean, I think, is trying to, or at least inadvertently, at the very least, does this thing where he shows that there is good and evil in every group of people, and that personally, I think that's a lesson I think we all need in this day and age, particularly coming out of 2020. Now on to my fourth highlight, which is the narrator. Full disclosure, I've worked with Jack Voorhees, I've never pronounced his last name, Jack Voorhees, on a personal project or professional project before. I've worked with him professionally, so be aware of that. But the narrator is honestly one of the, it's just kick butt. I listened to this in audio, and honestly, he just enhances the experience. The voices are all unique and interesting. He really knows how to put emotion into creatures that don't actually exist, so he does a really good job there. Just as a fun little aside, Jack's American accent is slowly getting better. He's originally British. He's from the UK. And his American accent's getting better, but every time I hear it, I still just want to chuckle a little bit. It's like, oh, Jack, you're getting better, but you're not quite there yet. Something he's been working on from the very beginning. And honestly, if I wasn't looking for it at this point, I probably wouldn't have noticed it. He's getting really good with his American accent. And that brings me to my fifth highlight, which is that honestly, it's kind of a complete series at this point. Book 1 and 2 make up a complete arc for the series. At the end of book 2, we get to see a glimpse of the next arc. And personally, I can't wait for it. But book 1 and 2, very much a complete series, very much a complete story told. So if you're looking for a finished dungeon core, finished lit RPG, I would suggest giving this a shot. It's very good, quite frankly, and it is pretty much finished. Obviously, Dean has other plans for this series. He has other things he wants to do with it. So he has another arc that he's going to be starting eventually, and I can't wait for it. But book 1 and 2, very much a complete set. So, alright, that ends this highlight video. Thank you very much, and go have a happy holiday, whatever you celebrate. So, thank you. Good night and good luck.